Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here, and welcome back to another palette Throwback Thursday. In today's video, I'm going to be working with the ABH Norvina Volume 2 palette. This palette is very blue and green heavy, but I wanted to kind of do a look that you wouldn't expect from this palette, and I'm also really in love with this shade right here, so I wanted to play around with that shade. I really like the way that this look turned out. I love this palette so much. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So it's like super windy and like almost on the verge of being stormy. Hopefully the lighting in this video isn't too bad and hopefully the wind doesn't get too loud. But I've already gone in and primed my lids, and I also set my brow bone with a little bit of skin colored powder. I'm actually going to start off today by going into my bronzer. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed, and I'm just going to do a really light transition. And then for today, I really want to do a look that's not expected with this palette. I feel like when you look at this palette, you expect blue looks and green looks. I really want to play with this shade right here, E2. It's this really pretty, like, dirty, cool toned gold with like a pinky red, like, duochrome flip to it. I really want to play around with that today. I'm going to start off by going into this shade right here, C5, and kind of start building that up almost as like a smoky wing. So I'm going to work off of this kind of fluffier angled brush. So I'm making sure that I'm bringing it to a point on my lid close to my inner corner. I'm going to be a little bit messier out here. I'll clean it up when I do my base, and I'll also kind of finesse it a little bit when I do my under eyes. Really quick, I'm just going to take the brush that I used to lay down a little bit of a transition, and I'm just going to run this over the edge, just kind of blend it out. Next up, I'm going to go in with the same style brush, just a little bit smaller, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, E4, and I'm just going to deepen up the area closer to my lash line. And then back into the C5 shade, I'm just going to use that to blend it out, and then go back in with the first brush and just use it to blend out the edges once again. And I'm not putting anything extra on this brush, I'm just using it to blend. And then last but not least, I'm going to go in with my finger into the E5 shade, and I'm just going to start pressing that all over my lid. I can cover up the red just a little bit, and I really want to blow it out over the lid. Really quick, one last time, back into C5 just to re-intensify just a little bit and make sure that the foil shade and the matte blend together. Alright, so now that we have kind of like a chunky, smoky wing, off of camera, I'm going to take a liquid liner and just kind of line along where that smoky line is, so just right along my lash lines and then up right over here. I'm going to toss on my base as well, and I'll be back to continue working on this look. Alright, so obviously tossed on my base. I did put on a little bit of bronzer as well, using the same bronzer that I used on my eyes. And I also went and, while I was doing my base, I had sprayed on a little bit of primer water, and while that was still damp, I went back in with that E2 shade and just kind of pressed it over my lids just a little bit more just to amp it up. It kind of made just a little bit of a difference having that wet base when I was applying it. For my under eyes, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing I did on my lids. I'm going to start off with a little bit of a bronzer base and then build up E4 and C5, just making sure to fix these little points that I have out here as well. I'm also going to go in with the shade C1 and build that up on my inner corner. I'm gonna leave the red underneath my eyes just a little bit unblended. I did blend it just a little bit, but I wanted to keep it more like a line, just to keep that kind of more structured look to it. And then for blush, I'm gonna go in with the Flower Beauty blush in Peach Primrose, and then the Milani Baked blush in Luminoso. For highlight, I'm going to go in with the ABH Nicole Glow Kit, and I'm actually going to focus into this gold shade right here because it is a little bit more kind of cool toned gold. Cool toned. It is a little bit more of a cool toned gold. So I'm going to use that. Alright, I'm going to jump off and finish up most of the rest of this look. I'm going to come back and do my lips on camera with you guys because I have a couple products that I have been loving together for my lips. It's been like my go-to lip combo. So I want to show that to you guys and I will be right back. Alright, so for my lips, I'm going to start off by going in with the Wet n Wild Bare to Comment lip liner, and then I'm going to take the Ulta Beauty lip liner in Brick and use that just to define some places. And then I'm going to go in with the Revlon Super Lustrous Shine Lipstick, I think. And this one is in Nude Illuminator. So I'm going to start off by just lining my actual lips. And then I'm going to go in and just overline just a little bit. So pull this down just a little bit farther. And blend that into my natural lip line. And then start off by basically going over my Cupid's bow, just making it round. And then I'm just going to really quick take that lip liner and just roughly fill in my lips. And then I'm going to make sure that everything's even. Next up, into the Ulta Lip Liner, and I'm just going to take that on the top and the bottom, obviously, but like at the top center and the bottom center. And just kind of intensify the pout. And then in with the Revlon lipstick, I'm not going to swipe it, I'm just going to pat that onto my lips. And that is my current like favorite lip combo. I just love the way that it makes my lips look. They look so full and plumped. I don't like that word. They just look so full and like hydrated and just I just love the way that it makes my lips look. I hope that I inspired you to pull out your Norvina Volume 2 palette. If you recreate this look, or if I just inspired you to create another look, please tag me in it. I would love to see it. I love the Norvina Pro Pigment palettes. They are hands down one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas. I don't constantly wear blues and greens. They're not my go-to shades personally, but I love having this on hand for any look that I want to do, because this, in combination with all of the other Norvina palettes, pretty much completes the rainbow. So I absolutely love this palette. I love that it's sturdy and, you know, it's not super thick, but it's definitely got some good weight to it. It's very like strong, would take a decent impact, I'm pretty sure. I love this look. I love that it's a little bit more subtle without being like a soft glam look, and that it's not what you would expect from a Norvina Volume 2 palette look. So I really, really like the way it looks. I think it's really pretty. Comment down below and tell me what your favorite Norvina palette is. I would love to know. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I hope that you guys have an awesome, awesome day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!